Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I've got Mercury's fortune telling cards on the table. So, what does that mean? We're going to do some gossip. We're going to do some gossip. What does the royal family think of Harry's ITV interview? Now, did they watch it? Probably not. Have they heard little experts? I mean, of course, they're going to be briefed on it. But what do they think about him running to ITV and talking about the media and, at the same time, they could just be doing eye rolls. They could be worried. They could be laughing. Let's see. What did they think of Harry running to ITV to do his little spiel there? Blame the Queen. Station. you know, eh, honestly, 40 years old, and you can't call him a man. He's still a young boy who blames he hasn't matured past the age 14. Sorry. Blaming everything on everybody else. He still has the brain of a teenager. He doesn't have the brain of a man, of a middle-aged man. You can't call him a man. He's a child. He's a child with dandelion hair. Orange dandelion hair, as River says. Well, River says dandelion. I just say orange. Orange dandelion. All right. What's the gossip with the royal family over Harry's interview? Let's see. Did they watch it? Were they briefed? Do they care? Message? Oh, reverse. They didn't like the message that he sent. They did not. They did not. Were they briefed? I think so. House? Child in reverse. They probably think he acted like a child as well. Clergyman in reverse. Well, when I read these cards, I've explained before, the clergyman is the palace, the firm, not the royal family per se. It's the firm, the palace, courtiers, whatever. They were not happy at all. Not happy at all. Malady in reverse. Wow. Sadness, upright. You know what? I think, and haughtiness, they thought there's his ego. That's the ego talking. It was all about pride and his ego. What's the underlying here? Widower. Maybe they know that he is all alone. I think they thought he was acting like a child. And interesting, we have house here. Is this the House of Windsor? Are they this message in reverse and child, because he did bring up the Queen. And so did they take this as an insult upon the House of Windsor? Because we have the clergyman here. And I'm wondering if the palace is looking at what they can do about that. They just know he's this malady in reverse. If you look at this card, it's somebody who's just stressed out. They've got the bandage on the head. Whenever you're doing oracle cards or tarot or whatever, and the bandage is on the head, that's telling you it's stress, mental illness, depression, that kind of thing. And if you notice, there's no broken bones here. There's no obvious IV. It's just somebody who needs, some bedtime. Malady. Malady is different than illness or accident, for example, and it's in reverse. So this is telling me that his mental illness, I don't have to say allegedly, he has talked at extent about it, is actually worse right now. And I think that's their sadness, is that they now see that on full display. And they also thought that was so ego-based, so narcissistic. Haughtiness is also the narcissist. And I think they're just sad. They're just sad about the whole thing. They are wondering if they aren't wondering, maybe they know this has something about him being single. And this widower is upright and it's walking towards the future. And I just did a reading that Harry, he's talking about coming back. and for a month. And I think they thought this had something to do with that. And I did that reading that he said, I can't bring my wife because of security. And I did that reading that actually Harry's making that excuse so his wife doesn't come. And I just did that reading, the previous reading before that, that she can't come because she's not allowed. So he was making excuses for her. And I think that, let's get some, I want to figure out what this house is. Let's clarify this house. What's this house about? I think the child in reverse is him acting childish. And it's interesting, as I was shuffling the cards, and I said he's acting like a 14-year-old. He's not taking responsibility for himself. And also child upright can be something new, a new venture, a new birth of a business, a birth of something new, a birth of an artistic function. And I think here the child in reverse is just like, it's the same old, same old. He's like a broken record, this message that he has. But I just want to get some clarifiers on this house. I don't know if we need clarifiers on anything else right now at the moment. Let's see, what's the clarify the house, please? Misfortune in reverse. Thought. I wonder if they're worried about his house. I wonder if they're thinking about his house. Or the misfortune that he wants to, I'm going to ask the cards directly. Is this about the House of Windsor? Is this about the House of Windsor? Are they thinking that he's still continuing to think to bring misfortune to the House of Windsor? Is this about the House of Windsor? Just a simple positive or negative card, please. Is this about the House of Windsor? Is this about the House of Windsor? Journey in reverse. No, it's about his home, back home. I wonder, are they worried that he's homeless? No, they are worried about him. What was in the message that they were most upset about? What was in the message they were most upset about? What was in the message they were... There's something going on with what he considers home. Something definitely. We got misfortune. What was in the message they were most disturbed about? What was that upsetting about? What was the most upsetting part of the message? Oh my Lord. Death, about talking about the Queen. Also, this death is pointing at the house. So that could be the end, his stability. I think they're really upset about his stability. Yeah, they're upset that he brought up the Queen and that they are actually, let's do a quick one on the sadness. Are they worried about Harry hurting himself? Is that why the widower? Let's read it on the widower. What are they so worried about Harry? What are they so worried about Harry? Why are they so worried about Harry? I don't like the way this death is pointing to the future. Enemy. Look at that. The red-headed man with the enemy. Yeah. They're actually worried that he's going to hurt somebody. Is allegedly, and that's what my sources are saying. Are they worried that Harry's going to hurt somebody? Or are they worried that Harry's going to be hurt? Fortune. That's the money. I think they're kind of worried what he... Maybe they're worried about the fortune on the enemy, that he would use some of this stuff for his next book. What's the sadness? Let's just do the sadness. What are they so sad about? What are they so sad about? Sweetheart. I think in some respects, there's like with sweetheart here, and the arms are open towards the malady, that I think they're sad that they can't give him a hug and help him. He's so inconsistent. he's all over the place. He's so inconsistent. I think this sweetheart is that they're sad that they can't reach out and help him. What's the underlying here? Letter. They're going to receive some bad news about Harry soon. I'm not saying he's dying at all. I think well, I think they're going to hear from him soon. I've done that reading. They're going to hear from him soon. He's coming for that inheritance. Absolutely, he's coming for that inheritance. And I think they're worried about what he is going to do. They don't trust him. He's an enemy with a stick behind his back, a knife behind his back. I think the palace is preparing for this. Yeah, I think they're still a family, you guys. Don't look at that. The clock agrees. Sorry, if you have a family member who is that mentally ill, you just want to hug them and help them get better, no matter, what they've done. You don't want to see a family member suffer. You'd love to see them take that step to healing and return to the fold someday. And I think that's how they feel here about Harry. And right now, they're not there yet. They're still sad. They still know he's unstable. That's what my cards are telling me. That's what my sources are telling me. And, he's still filled with narcissism and whatnot. So he's really unstable right now. Um, and they're definitely going to hear from him. Look at the message in reverse, letter in reverse. So yeah, they're just really sad that he is still using the Queen's name. Um, and also this death card pointing this way, they may already start to wonder about what they're going to do around Charles passing away. And I'm not saying he's passing away. I mean, even the Queen for 70 years had funeral plans. That's just what that's just what the palace does. It's already all ready to go. They just need the date. And I'm wondering if Harry's a bit of a problem in there about, how can they invite Harry without his wife, etc., etc. Will he be there? And I think they're wondering about his instability, about where he's living in LA, what's going on, what's going on with his mental health. And I think they are bracing themselves to see him to come and collect that money. I don't think that's a threat. Or maybe it is, that I'm coming for a month. Maybe it is a threat. I don't know. All right. Well, there you go. That's what the gossip cards are telling us. Got a little bit of dirt there, hey? All right. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.